Welcome to Hits and Hoops, Luka Doncic edition. I'm Tyler, and I'm here with my pick and roll partner, Dixon. What's good, Chicho?
We just doing a silent greeting this time.
Before we get started, make sure you like, subscribe, comment on YouTube, IG, TikTok, Spotify, and Apple. Dixon, I've been holding my tongue to you, pause, that this Luka Doncic trade out of nowhere. We got to
When
get,
did this
we
shit
got to
hit?
talk
Like
about it.
2 a.m.?
I've been dying to, it's only been 2 days, but I've been dying to talk to you about this. First of all, what was your first reaction on Saturday?
When did the trade actually go down? What was the time?
It was midnight on Saturday, maybe even Sunday morning.
I
Um,
was passed the fuck out.
right,
I
yeah.
was in my sixth dream at
Because
that
I
point.
didn't get a text back from you in our group chat, I knew our group chats.
Connor already knew, bro, but when I woke up that morning, imagine you waking up from a slumber ass sleep, check your phone, and that's the first text you see. And that's what you're like tasked to process for that day, for that morning.
Your day was all fucked up because of that.
I hated that shit. My day was ruined immediately.
Ruined. Okay.
Immediately, just because I couldn't wrap my head around it. At first, at first, I did some research, so I found out some things. But at first, my initial reaction was just confusion,
Yeah.
just straight confusion.
Like this is fake as fuck, right?
Not
Like,
even like it's fake. Like I understand that it's real. It just doesn't make any sense whatsoever. It's like they're saying like, yo, the sky is red right now. It's just like, even if it was, I just can't believe you. Like, what?
yeah, man, my first reaction was like, this isn't real, obviously. And then more comes out, you see oh yeah, this is real. Because I was literally on Twitter just checking out
Oh, you were live action with
I
it.
was in it and I was just checking, just
You
checking shit
seen
out.
you seen Sham's tweet.
And then I saw it was like 2 or 3 minutes after he tweeted it. And I was like, wait, what? And then like another minute goes by, it's like, this is not real. Like, fucking.
You mean this
Red
is real?
alarm. Shit is going off in the NBA. A huge explosion. And yeah, so like I said, I saw it kind of live as it happened. And it was just, your mind was numb. I just couldn't believe it. And then, like I said, like we said earlier, in the group chats, it was going off. But it was just uncomprehendable. First reaction.
Literally.
First reaction. So a couple days removed, how do you feel about it?
We got to get into it. I mean, I've done research.
Go. I mean, I'm sure we both heard tons of stuff
I
about it.
had to look into this one because, like I said, it didn't make sense to me. And I'm always someone that tries to understand what's going on,
Yeah.
if anything. So, okay.
Okay. Here we
Hey, when you see me starting to rub my hands, class is in session.
go. Hmm.
Students, take out your notebooks, pens. Nowadays, they got phones. We don't use phones in here, though, or laptops. Keep it old school, pencils and pads. But, okay. So, this is how the trade went down. To me, this is inside trader. This is tampering. This is all of the above. Everything you want to associate with sketchy business in the sport, behind the back, shady shit, special connection type shit. This is it. This is a front row seat. So we got the Mavs GM. What's the man's name?
Nico Collinson, I think, or
Call
Harry.
that boy Nico, right?
Nico, yeah.
And then we got the Lakers GM
Palenka.
Rob
Yeah.
Pelinka.
Yeah.
They worked together for
Back
mad
in the day,
time
right?
at Nike.
Hmm.
Because Nico, he worked at Nike. He was a higher up at Nike for a while. Obviously, Rob Pelinka having Kobe
Hmm.
over at Nike, so they already had a working relationship to begin with.
Right, correct. I'm sure they're not the only ones. I just want to say that.
Then
Yeah, throughout the league. I'm just saying.
Then it's reported then that they only talk to each other about this. No player, coach, or other team was notified, heard rumors, whispering, nothing. This shit was pip squeak.
Hmm.
This shit was sealed tight, jar seal. And then when you look at the actual freaking trade, one team got robbed and one team came up. It was a stand up. To me, I think it was more of a favor. Could have been an I owe you.
An IOU.
Could
Okay.
have been a, hey, remember that one time with Kobe? Got you that $60 million deal? I need that back. Oh,
Um,
okay. Here's Luka, fam. All debts cleared for life. For life. So I think it's some insider trading. I'm surprised not a lot of people are bringing that up. You know, if I was Adam Silver, I would look into this. Hey, RIP to dead. David Stern, he would never allow this. Not on his watch. He ain't let CP3 go to Lakers. He ain't letting this happen. This was crazy.
all right. I just want to say a few things on what you said. The NBA, every league is connected. It's a web of people that have gone up in the system all together. So because they
From
have,
agents to team owners to
yeah, everything. So why does that
everything.
surprise you though?
That was just one. That was just one aspect of it. If you want to remove that, go ahead. But then you have to deal with the fact that they exclusively only talk to each other, which is pretty rare. Because most times you test the market, you see what you have to offer if you really want the best deal. If you really want the best deal, you need to go find the best deal. This wasn't about the best deal. This was about a personal connection. This was about personal one-on-one business. Fuck is we
Okay,
doing?
so okay, I
What
see
we
what you're saying.
doing? You got Jason Kidd at the press conference looking heated. What we
Yeah,
doing?
he was not a happy camper. So all right, going back to what you're saying. So your biggest gripe is pretty much like, why wasn't it shopped? You think it's a personal favor? Okay. What I
For
think it
sure.
is, because that's where the gap is like, what? Like, why was this not more? I mean,
You
they
know what you could have got for Luka Doncic?
okay, so that's another problem.
Dude.
All right. Teams have way overpaid for players like
Oh my
like
God.
Bridges getting 5 first rounds, right? That's way overdone, right?
You
This
got
kind
five
of goes
first round
back
for
to
Bridges. That means you get 15 for Luka.
right. So that's just
Think about, hey, I need
ridiculous.
you
That's
to
ridiculous. The first round should have
realistically
been way overdone.
give me a realistic trade for Luka, what they
All
could
right,
have gotten.
for Luca, I think they could have got what they got, AD, Christie, and probably 2 first round picks. I think that would have been
Four.
acceptable.
I need four.
But Dixon AD is still
All right, fuck it, two. But let's not say AD. Let's say if you were to trade Luka to a team and they wasn't gonna give you a superstar, they were just gonna give you draft picks.
yeah, you're talking
What is that
whatever
looking like?
your best asset on the team. So like say who's like a
Let's say it was the Bulls before they traded him.
it
So
would be
let's
like
say
Levine in like 6 picks, 5, 6 picks.
first rounders.
Yeah, that's what it would be. And maybe like
Like,
a
bro, you seen what
salary
they
dump or
gave Rudy
something.
Gobert. You seen what they gave KD. Like, no, I'm talking about, this is at minimal. If they trading for draft picks at minimal,
But
six
that's the
first
thing, AD's in it though, bro.
at minimal. But I'm saying if they were to shop him around, just think about the hypothetical situations they could have gotten.
Yeah, it could have been a lot bigger, but what I think the whole crook is that
You could have got Giannis, fam.
Nico, I don't think the Bucks would have done it, but I think Nico, that's who he wanted is AD. I don't think he wanted to go around and be like, oh, maybe I can get Jimmy Butler, maybe I can get Stephen Curry. I think he
But even
wanted
that is like, who the fuck says,
AD.
yo, I want AD to be my franchise cornerstone?
Relationship.
Nobody.
Like you said,
Nobody. Who said that?
it's just the biggest thing is like, all right, there's 6 years difference. Luka's a top four player. AD's probably around top 15 because some nights when you watch him, you're like, yo, like if we got this every night,
Historically, AD is a top 50 player all time. Historically,
yeah,
Luka is could potentially be a top 10 player all time. There's levels to this.
there's
It's
levels to it.
different.
No. There's levels to it
It's
for sure.
different. It makes no sense whatsoever. That's why I keep bringing in the favor. It doesn't make sense on the basketball front. Doesn't make sense on a business front. Doesn't make sense on a personal human level front. Every base is just done terribly, done terribly. But hold on, hey Mavs fans, this is fucking disgusting. Fam,
Yeah,
this is
it's
like if
kind of
they
crazy.
traded D Wade after he battled the Pistons in the Eastern Conference Finals. Like, think about it, Tyler, for real. Imagine D Wade got traded right after making the finals or some
I
type.
heard something crazy. He has
What?
NBA All Pros and Steph
Yo,
Curry.
yo, hey, yo, life is ruined, Tyler.
Yeah,
If you a Mavs fan, your life is ruined. This is insane. Yo, and then they want to come out with the cover up story, which if someone to believe is true, that Luka, the reason their end, the passive aggressive subtleness that Nico was saying was out of shape, attitude problem, spoiled problem, all of that. And yo, I kind of want to believe some of that. What was the major storyline of the NBA Finals last year? Luka's defense. They was making highlight reels on him just getting scored on easily. And his attitude, complaining to the ref. You
so that
remember
was
all
the
that?
shit. I don't know about the defense because at the end of it, he was hurt. It
The
was just,
def bro, there was a highlight reel of him complaining to the refs and the defense. It was just his attitude combined with, his effort. I kind of feel the Mavs, not to the point of doing that dumb shit. But I
yeah.
could understand they were a little bit upset with that. But to do this, fam, hey, this reminds me of like Babe Ruth getting traded from the Red Sox to the Yankees. Like that's how
Yeah.
historic this is, fam. Like we won't know how historic this is 50 to 100 years from now.
I mean, maybe a little before that, what we're talking about.
Yeah, I know. I'm just being dramatic, but nah, like man, talk about fumbling the bag, yo. Holy shit. Hey, you got Luka Doncic, fam. I don't care if he shows up 340 pounds with a beer in hand, cigar in ear. I don't care. That's Luka Doncic. He gets that privilege. He deserves that privilege. What we talking about? What we doing? But Tyler is deeper. It's deeper, fam. This is low key a move from the NBA owners and NBA against the players. This is a move against player empowerment, fam.
Okay, go ahead.
Think about it.
Let's hear it.
This is the owners and the coaches and the league taking power back into their hands. They say, hey, no one is safe. Everyone's disposable. You can get traded. It's kind of giving the power back to, the teams. It's letting everyone know, it's putting everyone on notice. If this guy got traded, anyone could get traded. Team is still superior to player. So yeah, we're gonna tell Jimmy, no, we're not trading you. We're gonna make you go through it publicly, and then Luca, we're gonna also trade you out of nowhere. I think these are those two situations, two major power moves, just symbolically of the league, kind of taking power back into their hands.
So you think why he was traded is because behind the scenes he was a diva?
That's what they were saying
No,
behind
no,
the
no. Well,
scenes.
what do you think?
Like I said, I think it was like a favor. I think it was just straight personal business between Robert Palinka and Nico
Because
Harris or whatever his name is.
Nico. 'Cause- yeah, I don't think it's that at all, but
What do you think it is?
I just think he had concerns about Luca and traded him, but the backlash is more than they probably ever could have like imagined. And
Yeah, but why you think he traded him though? Like, do you
because I
think
think
just
he just wanted AD. And Luca maybe, I mean, maybe there were inklings that he wasn't going to re-sign. You get your max money for them. I just think it was a dumb decision by a GM that he made by himself. I really
he
do.
made by himself? That's the most critical sentence you said that he made by himself.
Yeah, but I don't think it's like a
That's why
fair
it's called a
compliment for that.
team, fam.
You
Because
can't make a decision like that by yourself. And obviously the
no,
owners were on board,
then this is
but
the thing. And see, when
he's more than that. He's more than
I've
a
done
player.
more research, and there's new ownership in town. Mark Cuban,
He sold
he's
his
not
stock,
that
yeah.
majority of an owner anymore. He still has ownership, but it's very minimal now. So he's not really involved in basketball operations and decision making. This new ownership, they're more business people. They're not really into NBA like that. So the GM, 100% control. Hey,
Right.
we own it,
That's the
you
problem.
run it. This fool, when it got to talking, got to doing personal phone calls. Hey, this is why I always roll with the players, man, because this is a cold league. Luka Doncic get traded, nobody's safe.
I just think he was so in love with AD and he thought AD could make them to the next level because of their window with Kyrie and some of the other players.
But it just doesn't make sense though. Like
Yeah,
I
there's no
get,
reason why he should have just pulled. Like, if that's true, he just pulled the
but
trigger.
you, they just made
Oh,
the finals.
you just made the finals. You've
They
been to the
just
Western Conference Finals. Dude, Luka's checking every box and more, and you got rid of that. And he's not technically, like age-wise, not at his prime yet.
25.
Not at his prime yet. It makes no sense. Maybe it was a negotiation tactic. Like, you cannot tell anybody this cannot get out because this is going on.
Because this is straight bullshit.
Or if you say, "Hey, I'm not," if anybody says anything, it's not going to happen. This needs to have zero outside contact,
And
which
bro, the
obviously he was
Lakers
willing
have
to.
always fucking done this. They
I wonder.
stole
I wonder
Kareem
if Jason
Abdul-Jabbar.
Kidd
They stole
decided.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar back in the day from the Bucks. They stole Shaq back in the day from the Magic. They stole Paul Gasol back in the day from the Grizzlies. They've been doing this. They stole AD from the Pelicans. They've been heisting the league. They've been had a long time deal with the devil slash league. Jerry West is the logo. Come on, fam. It's deeper than that.
You
Told you
think
that.
LJ knew?
Nah.
No, I don't think so either.
Like I said, look,
'Cause I don't think he would have signed off on this.
this is the team taking back control. I told you symbolically, like moving forward as a league, but also specifically with the Lakers. They have had to bend the knee at LeBron every twist and turn, and even then, they push back. It hasn't really been a smooth tenure with the Lakers. Like, yeah, they've been the knee, but there's been a lot of pushback. So this was them saying, "Bron, appreciate it, but we got this from here on out. We got our future. We got our guy. You want to stay? You want to enjoy the ride? Cool. If not, that's cool too. Hey, shit. If I'm Braun, I'm asking for a trade.
Really, you're asking to get out?
Hey, me and my son, let's go. Hey, y'all just
Okay,
traded my
yeah.
boy. Hey, y'all just traded my boy. Y'all want Luca? Cool. Y'all got that. Hey, we out. Hey, Bronny, we out, gang.
Hmm.
That's what
So
I
you
would do.
don't, as the team dynamic, you don't like the pairing of them two.
I just don't understand how it's gonna work. I think they're the same type player. Unless LeBron's just gonna completely turn into like a score, post score, and play
Well,
like the
I think he would
four.
be more in the post, yeah.
Maybe. I mean, it's gonna be amazing to see. I ain't gonna lie.
But why don't you? I don't. I mean, you just kind of shit on it, and then you like said it's amazing. What?
It's gonna be amazing to see just because that's two of the all-time best players we've ever seen on the floor at the same team. But hey, all that Luka's a point shit, I hate that. All that James Harden's a point shit, I hate that. I'm never gonna accept that. I'm too much of a basketball purist to ever accept that. Luka Doncic is a small forward.
I mean, yeah,
James
technically.
Harden is a shooting guard. So Luka Doncic, LeBron, they're both small forwards. They both play very similar ball dominant playmakers. So there's only one ball to go around. I've seen when you have two dominant, same type of players, doesn't really work out. It works out when you have two opposites or when you have a player that don't need the ball.
But okay, so like you said, they're both so similar, right? They both score at will. They both can rebound 7 to 8 a game, and they can both average 10 assists. You don't think their IQ level, obviously
If
not
Braun got the
LeBron,
ball, what's Luka
they
gonna be
move
doing?
they move the same way, they think the same way.
If Braun got the ball, what's Luka gonna be doing? He's
Uh,
not cutting. He's not hitting the screen. He's gonna be sitting there, and that was a huge problem the Mavs had. That was a huge problem the Mavs had, and that a lot of players who have played with Luka have had. That it's just sit there and let watch Luka do his thing. And if he's not doing his thing, he's just gonna sit there.
Hmm. Well, I would say as of recently, what the Lakers do got going on, they do look like a legitimate team.
They were playing good. Like, bro, this shit is wicked. I mean, I kind of get it from the Lakers' point. It's like for the future, for sure.
Well, that's the biggest thing is like this 7, 6, 7 years difference is like just so head scratching.
And
As
the
of last
Mavs,
year, I
like,
think
yeah, you are gonna get a second round exit. Like, what are we talking about?
like in going back to the Mavericks, you think you got your guy for at least another 10 years, right? And he was just snatched away from you. You know what I mean?
And he
They're gonna
fit,
put a
and it
statue
was
up to his
perfect.
guy.
He fit the mold. Like Luca and Dallas was a match made in heaven.
Hmm.
Like he matched the organization, their culture, European history. He actually played with Dirk. It was beautiful. It was perfect. And then, what happened happened, but it'd be definitely interesting to see. I think the Lakers still got to get a big though. They definitely got
Yeah,
to
they
make
still
one or
got some
two.
moves to be made.
They got to
It's
make one
kind
or
of
two.
hard to know
One.
because going back to AD, like they traded for AD. AD is a great player. Great. 30 and 15.
And he's been
That's
available past 2+ years. Very available.
he's been available, right? So you gotta bank on that. So I mean, Kyrie, you'll have AD, you'll have some good youth. They'll be big. They'll be really big when everybody's healthy.
Their windows now.
Yeah, and they just traded for Caleb Martin like an hour ago. So they're trying at least. Maybe they think their window's the next 2 years, which is odd if you have someone that's gonna be there for another 10 years, but that's the weirdest part about it. So does last thing on the Lakers, does Luka resign?
Of course. That he's staying there
Okay.
for at least, I want to say, let's just be safe, 5 years,
Another
if not
contract.
10.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, he's made now he's just made to be a legend there.
Maybe he could start a not a trend, but like movement on the big Europeans moving around because they don't move around.
Right.
Giannis, Joker, yeah,
Yeah. Dirk. And
Zion, and
the
Embiid.
thing is, bro, I think the ironic part of everything, I think this might motivate him to do everything the Mavericks got rid of him for. I think this might motivate him to play defense. I think this might motivate him to get in shape. I think this might motivate him to show them exactly why this was the biggest mistake they've ever made. So that's
Yeah,
pretty ironic. Um,
Luka going hard pretty much.
when they play each other, there's a chance they could even play each other in the playoffs. Hey, who knows? This is gonna be crazy.
What is your thoughts on how AD will fit with the Mavs?
It's just the fits are all weird too, because like Mavs got a bunch of bigs, pretty good bigs. They got Lively and they got the other boy, Gafford or whatever his name is.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't know.
PJ Washington.
I think it'd be dope to see Kyrie back at like the actual true ball handler, see what he could do. But I don't trust Kyrie in the playoffs. Hasn't really shown me that much in the playoffs since, 2016. But last year he had moments that were up, but he had moments that were down. He had games where he didn't show up.
Hmm.
So just to be consistent enough, it's gonna be tough. But hey, AD is on you. It's all on you. I mean, if he keeps playing how he's been playing, they're definitely a dangerous team.
I think we're looking at least if I have because I like to trade for both teams, to be honest. Yes, it's confusing. It's like, man, what? But just the fit of AD on a team that's kind of like the opposite of what he's on now, like with a bunch of bigs, when that's what they needed over there was another big, even two bigs they could have taken. So I'm just really interested. I would say they're going to make it to at least the second round, to be honest. At least the second round. Because it's eight. Like, yes, AD is not a top 10 player anymore. The league is so good, right? He's not. It's okay, but he's still a top 15 player. And what he does
He
from
might
like,
be a tough time.
I think he's still an elite player in the league.
No, for sure.
But I
Superstar.
think this trade was solely on like his fascination with AD, Nico.
Definitely. It definitely appeared that way. It definitely appeared like he didn't. That's who he wanted. He didn't even want to hear about anyone else because no one else had AD. Like that's who he wanted. But
Yeah.
hey man, ever since I knew that, ever since I seen that guy take out that beer from Luka's hands, last year
Oh,
when they were
shoot.
celebrating the Western Conference Finals win, I was like, yo, this is weird.
Mm.
Ain't no grown man taking no drink out of my hand. When I'm celebrating, wait, I just won the organization. I just sent the organization to the finals. You taking a beer out of my hand?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we knew from then that something was off.
Yeah. You got anything else on the Luka trade? I mean, you really poured it out. You've been
Had
going
to,
hard on
bro.
that
I
shit.
mean, this was historic. This was crazy.
Yeah,
Uh,
probably the one of, if not the craziest trade of like our lifetimes.
Had to have
I
been.
mean,
Just because
depending
of
on
like the suddenness, the names, like, dude, this shit broke the internet.
before we get out, I just want to ask you about the Fox trade to San Antonio. What was your initial reaction to that? And we still got what, 2 days, 3 days of free agency. So
A lot of
what
moves to be
happened,
made.
we'll talk about next episode. But what do you think about that? Because I think that was a pretty significant trade.
No, that's
For
a
San
really good
Antonio, at
move.
least.
That's a really good move. Finally gonna get Wemby to help. And hey, Wemby, now is, serious. Now we're gonna hold you to that standard of winning because you got another star with you. So I think it's good. I think it's great for Fox to get out of, who wants to be on the Kings. I'm sorry.
Sorry, Levine.
I'm really sorry to all the Kings fans out there, the 1% out of you. But yeah, it's good for him to get out of there. It was great for Levine to get out of Chicago. He's been supposed to leave 4 to 5 years ago, 3 to 4 years ago. So I really like that trade for all teams. The 13 trade.
I love it for Fox because I think him being with Pop and being like, yo, we have a generational player. That's what would you say Wemby is? Would you say he's a top 10, top 15 player in the league? Because you have to put him there.
You keep saying top 10 makes me want to do it real quick, fam. In no order though, real quick, real quick.
All right, go, go, go.
SGA, Luca, Braun, Giannis, Joker, Embiid.
Embiid?
Stop. Yes.
Hmm.
Who won the MVP last year? Thank you. Tatum.
What happened in the playoffs? Okay.
Ta Tatum. That's seven.
Yeah.
I'm getting thin here, buddy.
I mean, okay. You're off the top of your head, you're a wild man, bro. There's so many players.
Getting thin here, buddy. And Edwards. Man, I feel like I'm missing someone huge. I would say
Yeah, I'm sure you are, bro.
AD and Wemby. Yeah, you could. I would say AD and Wemby get close to that 10 range, if not top 15 for both of them.
All right, right. Okay.
I would rank them around the same, or like not like they're the same, but they're close to each other in my rankings.
I got you. Yeah, I just think it's awesome for Fox, to be honest, that trade. Wemby's one of a kind. Do you think Wemby's on the same projection as Luca is?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Even greater, greater
Yeah.
than Luca. Yeah,
I think if the Spurs actually make a playoff run, maybe not to the Western Conference, but actual like hard fought
yeah.
battle, and he's pulling the team along and like not like oh baby Wemby, like no, it's not like this is prime time and you're gonna play 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and you're gonna that game against maybe they played earlier in the league, but that game against Giannis was fucking
Battle of the Titans.
it was really he was laying blows on Giannis. Like blocking his shit, dunking that crazy three. Yo, his alien 3-point shot is so
It
crazy.
doesn't. That shit just looks all. It just looks weird.
I, yo,
And then he just swishes that joint.
I just hope his body holds up because how he can move is not, he's not a real person.
I feel you.
He's a born my player 2K in a lab.
And bro, this is the Kevin Durant evolution. So, we are gonna see more players like this. Maybe not like this extreme, but I mean, we got Giannis, we got him,
What is he, 7'4", 7'5"?
7'3".
I mean, it's crazy. This is he's yeah. I can't wait to see his career, to be honest. I'll never be a Spurs fan because of what they did to us in 2014.
Yeah.
Because that's the real reason why LeBron left, because of that Spurs team.
I never hold LeBron at fault.
No,
Hey,
bro, they
the
kicked
whole
our ass,
team,
dude.
he actually
Our team
showed
looked
up.
so old.
In
Like
2014, he showed up. I ain't gonna cap. He was there for the
LeBron did,
finals.
yeah, but the team
Rest of
showed
the
that
team, nowhere to be found.
that that series was like, oh, this team is old, got old fast, talent's not there. The
He
way
said, I
Steph
gotta get
Curry
out of here.
was, and then it was young Kawhi like guarding LeBron. Fuck. Yeah. But hey, you got anything to add in NBA? You want to get to anything else?
Nah, fam, that's it for today.
Yeah, I could probably keep going, but I'm not. This was supposed to be a Luka short episode. So, all right, bro. I'm gonna let you be and have a great night, and we'll talk to you after Super Bowl.
Yes, sir.